Talk about 5 things I would never do again that made me want to scratch my eyeballs out and nearly quit my business. Number 1, building my business with almost no boundaries. I used to answer my DMs almost immediately. Midnight didn't matter. I would be posting while trying to cook the kids a snack. I was working 7 days a week, 18-hour days, and still feeling absolutely exhausted. And as someone with ADHD, it does not work. Now I have office hours, I have response windows. I am almost never in my DMs on the weekends because ADHD doesn't thrive in chaos. It freaking spirals. Number 2, listening to the damn gurus. 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to someone with ADHD. And let's be honest, what works for you doesn't always work for me. I started by executing with advice that just ended up triggering me. And then kind of wondering why I was burnt out, always thinking that something was wrong with me or I needed to be more like them. Now I use rhythms that work with my dopamine, not against it, and it's amazing. Everything has changed. Number 3, getting on calls every single day. So I cannot have the energy to be on Zoom calls or Google Meet calls 5 days a week. It doesn't work. My calendar used to be completely open because I was afraid I would miss a sale, or if I was unavailable, people would not want to work with me. And the fact of the matter is, they were only getting about 10 or 15% of my zone of genius when I got on the phone with them, even if it was a sales call or a connect call, because I was so drained from the back-to-back-to-back calls. Now I only get on calls 2 days a week. I'm not getting on a call with anyone to try to convince them to work with me. If that's needed, they're not ready anyway. And I for damn sure don't do free calls anymore. I used to do free connect calls to see if we would work well together. Fuck that. If you can't tell if we'll work well together, we're not going to work well together. And by being on less calls, my brain gets to breathe and I actually get a lot of shit done. Number 4, undervaluing myself. So that fear of rejection that comes with ADHD, I used to be afraid to raise my prices. Hell, I used to be afraid to actually tell people my prices. And so I was pricing my offers for validation, not value. And it turns out when people pay more, they actually show up. And so do I. I am more energized. I'm more excited to work with you because you showed up. Number 5, doing everything every day. So I know that we talk a lot about having a DMO as a business owner and what tasks you should be doing daily. I don't want to do the same thing every day. I get freaking bored with that shit and I will quit in a second. So I have certain days where I plug in. I have certain days where I do content. I have certain days where I record. I have certain days where I just allow myself to go gung-ho up in Canva. Because the truth is, when I was trying to do every task every day, I'd end up multitasking, getting nothing done because I was so bored and it was paralyzing. If you are done trying to be consistent in a system that just doesn't work for you anyway,